Hello, fellow marketing enthusiasts and friends. Today we are going to have an electric episode because we have Winnie Nguyen joining us today. Winnie, thank you so much for joining to Data Driven Buzz. And before I come back to you, let me introduce you to our guests. So Winnie is a associate account manager at Simplifi, managing customers' journey, providing that digital support to empower businesses. She is also a multi-talented woman. She cooks really well. She's a co-founder of illustrious La Dinner Club here in DFW, which is, I would say, it's bringing waves. It's catching a lot of people's attention, Winnie, and I really appreciate the kind of things you guys are doing there. And I've also been told, Vinny, that you are a very good dancer. I did not know much about that, but I'm sure you have a certain way, a rhythm and style in your way of living that shows when I first met you as well in your vibrant personality. So I'm very glad that you are here today, and I can't wait to discuss marketing with you in this episode.
Thank you, Protect, for so many kind words to introduce me, and thank you again for having me here. I'm so excited to share my experience, my career wise, and yeah, and hopefully I'd love to chat with you today and everyone.
Yeah, of course. And because Vinny, this is only our second meeting and this is also face to face, I'm going to start with some just icebreaker questions to get to know you a little better so audience knows you a little better before we deep dive into some serious questions. Mountain person or beach person?
Oh my God, yes, I'm a beach person.
Same, same. I go to Florida every year. Like it's my thing. I love beach. Mountain is okay, like Colorado is really pretty, but beaches is like next level calmness and relaxation for me.
Me too. Like every time for about vacation, I always pick like Cancun, Florida, or even Hawaii because I grew up in like a beach country. So for me, ocean is my first choice.
And we've been really fortunate, like both our home country and US offers a lot of beaches and mountains, like all those different terrains. And we'll come back to that. I just have a few more icebreaker questions for you. So, do you like traditional food, your own culture, or do you like American food like pizzas and burgers? Like, what's your go-to?
I feel like this is a little bit controversial question, but it's really good questions. For me, I could go with traditional food. It's
Hmm.
because I grew up in Vietnam. I eat a lot of homemade food from my mom, from my grandparents, and I love authentic food. So grew up with traditional food that inspired me that I love homemade food.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I had to pick, I could go with authentic traditional food, but also I don't mind with like pizza or Western food because I'm willing to learn. I mean, try the new things, new food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny for me. A lot of my Indian friends, when we were growing up, we were always fascinated by American food, and we would often be like, "Why can't we go eat out some pizza today?" But as you progress in your life and career,
Yeah.
you start missing that authenticity of your home food. And now we are often like our first choice is homemade food. Like once you're in your 20s and 30s, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. The background will really establish your, lifestyle and then food flavor, I mean, cuisine stuff. So I think if everyone had different, preference, yeah.
Yeah. One last quick question about marketing. Which is your most exciting phase in marketing? Like, is it the brand awareness or the brand consideration or performance marketing lead gen? Like, what goal do you like to support the most?
Um, oh my, once again, this is really hard question for me is because I love doing everything about marketing. I love doing brand awareness. I love doing about like performance, which is why, like I'm used to be a dancer too. Um, yeah, like creative side. So, for this one, can I pick all of them or do I have to pick?
Actually, that's the perfect answer because you can't have a marketing strategy if you're just
Yeah,
focused on one aspect.
yeah,
So
I can't pick.
I know you are an expert, and that was the kind of answer I was looking for. Just testing. But
Well,
that is the perfect answer, and that's sometimes it's difficult to convince your stakeholder or your client that all three are necessary because it is difficult to show the impact of say brand awareness to the sales, but
yeah.
that builds up over time, and so that is the biggest challenge for marketers. Um, Okay, let's start with some questions. Vinny, obviously, so about me, I grew up in India and I moved to the States in 2014. I got my master's degree here, which was in management information science, focused on data analytics and marketing. So that's where it first ignited the passion for marketing. But then, life happened. I did some jobs, which was programming related, more technical data analysis. But then finally, the extrovert in me got a chance to work for a marketing team in at Linux. And now I'm very happy because I'm able to stay connected with my data nerd side, and also I'm able to learn marketing full blown, getting that exposure. Went to Gartner conference last year, which was a very good conference. I would recommend for marketing. They had so many inspiring speakers up there, shared so many strategies, talked a lot about AI in marketing. So yeah, why don't you tell us about your early days?
So when you say you moved to the US 2014, right? That's exactly the same year I came to the US too.
That's a
So
coincidence.
yeah, I feel so relatable with you. So like I'm a migrant. Technically I was born and raised in Vietnam. And then I came to the US when I was in early 20s. So I was not that too young and not that too old.
What side in Vietnam? Like I grew up in Rajasthan. You must have heard about this place because it's the most touristy state in India. It's also
So
the biggest state by land area, famous for
yeah.
camels, deserts, forts, beautiful. A lot of people from different countries go to Rajasthan for wedding as well because we have just the best palaces in the world.
Yeah, I grew up in a big province next to Ho Chi Minh City in South from South Vietnam.
Okay.
So my area, my hometown is like a lot of trees, and then a lot of like foreign investor come to my hometown to invest a lot of like manufacturer and building. I think it's a lot of big potential industry there. So that's why they came to, and then they create a job for people like like
Mm.
especially like manufacturing industry. So grew up there like and I think like, oh my God, I want to pursue a Western education. So that's
Mhm.
why my freshman year in Vietnam, my mom came to me and asked me, "Do you want to study abroad?" And I said, "Yeah." I never thought about it, but if I have a chance, yeah, definitely I want to take it. Is because I don't want to say no because you never know opportunities maybe never come back to
Very
me.
good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I say yes, if I have a chance, so definitely I want to try. And I came here 2020 for 2014.
Mhm.
So balancing between Eastern culture and then Western culture that helped me, that impact me a lot about my lifestyle and then my professional work a lot
Yeah.
about collaborations,
Mhm.
creativity, and about how perceive everything in the US. So yeah, it's
I
helped.
100% agree with you. That's the kind of advantage we get because we have lived in two different worlds. So we have that choice to pick up the best from both countries, pick
Yeah.
up the right values, and then shape your
Mhm.
mindset and career in using those values. And that's what also we'll discuss later that people are intelligent, people are good at what they do, but being a marketer is also very important to balance your teams, balance those relationships. And we will come to that because that will be an important lesson for someone who wants to come into marketing, that it's not only about learning to use a certain tool, it's about that relationship management, which is a very key aspect.
Totally understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
Vinny, I also forgot to mention that you are our first female guest to our podcast. And what a better time than choosing the International Women's Day to bring you here. So happy International Women's Day to you, Vinny, and all the female people who are watching our podcast today.
Well, to be honored to be a first female guest here. And I didn't mean to pick today is because this weekend, Saturday, so I'm free and it's like it meant to be International Women's Day. So I feel it's such an honor to be here today.
Yeah, I just found it too. So, but it was a good, sweet coincidence.
Yeah.
And Vinny, I was looking about you a little bit. So you started with the arts degree, and I have observed you a little bit. You are very creative. That explains why. But how was the transition from arts to marketing? And tell me about it. Like how when did you decide that you want to actually pursue marketing?
So I I feel like it's come up from my childhood because when they asking me about like what's a career, what do you want to become in the future, and I say I don't know, but I want to be so a different certain time. I'm just telling people that I want to be a ballerina. I want to be a painting artist. I want to be a pianist. I have my answer different every time people asking me, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Every answer that I give it to them is have the same mutual thing. It means something relate to creative. And because, like in Asian family, we grow up with, Asian culture, Asian
Yeah.
mom, and there's no room for being lazy. You have to be maybe become a doctor to have to become engineering teacher, right?
50% of my cousins are doctors, so I have a
Right.
lot of pressure on me, and I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So for me, want to become something else like against my family will, which is hard, and I never thought of it. So when I was in middle school, and then my teacher say, "Hey, what do you want to become?" Again, here we go, same question again, and I say, "I don't know yet. I want to become." I want to learn something about creativity and also business analytics. I don't know what career that I should go with until I came to the US and I start, take a lot of arts courses and then business courses, and I found out like,
You
okay,
enjoy it.
marketing. I think marketing is should be the one for me.
Yeah.
Persuade that like have both for me. So become like business side and also creativity science.
Yeah.
So
And I hate that some people outside of marketing think that marketing is easy, doesn't have much challenges, but oh my God, like the technology has made marketing science so complex. Just
yeah,
take a simple example, maybe about Google Ads platform. Like, okay, it's very easy, user friendly. Maybe you can start put your own ad, but once you start analyzing the kind of data it has, it's a maze. It's so complex. It's so evolved, and but that's again kind of overwhelms me, but at the same time excites me for the future of marketing, like the kind of things we can do to solve business problems, like with marketing. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, tell me more about your experience at UTD, and then we'll also talk about your. Was it an internship at Yi Fang Taiwan Fruit, or was it your first job there? But I
Uh,
want to talk about your early marketing days, like
sure.
what you learned from those experiences.
So I first of all, like I went to College with my associate of art degree.
Is it in McKinney? The one in McKinney?
Oh, I think it's in Plano. The,
Okay.
the one, yeah, I think I came to the Plano campus
There's
and then
one in McKinney as well, that campus. And my house is very close to that one.
yeah,
Near
I went there
380.
sometime, but I think I always go to with Spring Break, Plano campus, and then also some class in physical campus.
Spring Creek is the best place. I actually lived there for
Yeah.
a year, near to where that new HEB is. So I
Oh,
miss living in Plano. Yeah, please
they
go
did they really good school. Yeah. And then I transferred to UTD 2020, which is a different. You know that COVID happened that time. And then,
ahead. Oh,
yes, I completely changed my studying style into virtual, where I cannot like interact with human
mhm.
anymore. Like now, face to face via Zoom, I start to adapt like how I working with more on computer, how we using Zoom, we using everything like on a laptop,
Yeah,
right? And that's how I met Jasmine, one of my co-founder from Ladiner, and we become such a close friend because we share same, goal. We have same hobby about foodie, about marketing too. We have take same class marketing, and from UTD, me and her joined some marketing competition. So she's just like, "Hey, I love how to work with you. And then, do you want to join a competition with me?" And say, "Yeah, why not?" Again, here we go again. I never say no with any like, opportunity come to me, right? And especially this is for marketing. So we joined a digital competition marketing
hmm
globally. And I did not expect that we end up at seventh place international.
yeah. I actually am aware of this project because she mentioned it a couple of
Yeah.
times. Yeah,
And then I mean I didn't have like really high expectation on that broadcast, and we ended up like one of the finalists. And I say, wow, I mean, this is meant for me. This is inspired me to pursue more digital marketing as well, because
yeah,
everyone is so talented, and I
yeah.
love to inspire from people around me, especially my team. And then we try another second competition about marketing too, which is related to business more, not like entrepreneur startup more. And then we end up at fourth place.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, after that, like, and then when you're asking me about Yifang, they not my internship.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just Yi Fang is a Taiwanese boba shop
But
located in.
they're spread internationally, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are corporate in that's one they franchise that store in Plano.
Okay.
So when I took brand management, product management at UTD, so
Hmm.
my professor gave me a project that I have to find an organization or local business that help them on marketing on the product side. So help them like how especially startup. I have to pick startup and help them, increase like um let's say like from 2 months, I help them raise from 0 to 100 follower, like have to plan and then think about that projects. And then I came to Yifan because, I love boba so much. And um
Yeah. And we have so many good shops here in Plano
yeah,
area,
and the reason
especially.
I picked Yifan is because they just opened like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Lady knew, and then I came to the owner and I said, hey, I'm a UTD student marketing.
You approach them directly?
Yes, I approached him
I
directly.
love it. You and Jasmine have a very good people skills, I have to say.
Like, oh my God, I don't want to fail the class. Okay. I don't know anyone in non-organization at UTD. Like I say, I transfer UTD when everything like study in virtual. I don't know. I know no one out there.
Yeah.
I approached to Yifang owner is because I went there a couple of times and I bought boba. So I say, hey, I'm a marketing student. If you, I know you are just open, and if you need help on social marketing management on Facebook, Meta, Instagram, TikTok, let me know. It's because I'm gonna do for free. And then she was like, "Yeah, what you do?" And I show her some my creative design posts, and I say, "I can help you, creating some caption, talking to the clients, or maybe reach out to a micro influencer to collab with you. And you don't,
Yeah.
all you do is just doing your work at the store. I can do it back end on social media for you, and then
And
start."
it's interesting for you because you're kind of supporting the shop that you already like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I think if you do something that you love, is pretty easy. And I don't know how I'm confident and have like energy, like talk to her like that. And then she quickly accepted. And then when I bring it up to my roaster, she said, yeah, as long as they are
Wow.
new startup, local, and they okay with that. And then that's how I ended up to, managing their Instagram, managing their video on TikTok
Hmm.
and Facebook. Yeah.
Vinny, I've looked at your some of her earlier work, like even before when you were a professional marketer, and let me tell you, your creative side is very strong. I saw your project about Starbucks at your Wix site. It was so well designed. So for me, this is one of the challenges because I come from different jobs where my supervisors told me just give me the final number, we will create the presentation. Still till today I sit with a note on my desk which says check for the titles one more time, check for the grammatical errors, check for the x's. Like I have to do that because I'm just not a natural PowerPoint presentation maker. I'm still learning. But I saw your work was so professional and it was such a good presentation. And it somehow kind of relates to like your project on research on Starbucks and then working for a tea company that has some similarities as well. But yeah, that's very interesting. And COVID was very challenging even for me. And it had an impact because initially I hated it, like working remotely, not able to meet my clients and my coworkers face to face. But then it started negatively affecting me, as in I started enjoying that solitude. Like, and then at one point came when offices open again, and I found myself not being able to confidently interact with people and didn't find myself, chatting for a longer time. So I started going to Toastmasters, and now this is a group that helps people become better public speakers and leaders. And now I'm actively participating there for 2 years, and that has brought my confidence back. And I'm an extrovert again.
That's amazing. Oh my God. Wow.
You should come check us out. We are in Richardson. It's a club hosted inside Lennox. So if you live, I know you live nearby, so you are invited there as well.
Thank you. I'll definitely check it out.
Now let's talk about your current role, Vinny. So I know that the account manager being is not easy at all. There's like so many expectations, especially clients are so stupid, but they just think because they're paying you money, they would sometimes try to question your strategies. They would try to question like, hey, why is it not working immediately? We paid $50. We want to see 50 leads. So tell us some challenges about your role and yeah, about just a brief description of your role.
So I agree with you, like working with a lot of clients at the same time, and then we have to put ourselves in their shoe and to understand what they're thinking and then what
Hmm.
it is really challenging. Is not only for me, but I believe that every marketer, every people work in marketing fields, they are facing the same challenge as well.
Hmm.
So everyone is different, right? And then we
Hmm.
understand their shows that we have need to talk to people closely. We need to meet up face to face and then keep asking, keep communications is key.
Yes.
So we understand them and I need to work really well with my team and my manager to help me go with right direction to
Hmm.
where I work with the clients. So I managing a lot of digital campaign from any clients,
Okay.
especially local business, small size, small medium sized business, and they
Hmm.
come to run not dynamic. It's like programmatic as field.
Hmm.
Uh, I have a chance to work with multiple team, which such as creative team, sales team, and also like analytic business team. My back end, I am kind of between like middleman between the clients and then multiple team. So that's helped me understand how different team working
Yeah,
and that provide a service really good with the client. So I feel like my position is like key point
it
to
is very strategic. Yeah.
to connect the client with the products.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I need to know everything so that I don't want to like give them incorrect data or
Yeah.
maybe wrong details. So it's everything have to be like really strict audits like
Yeah, it's such a difficult skill, but you learn it at the job, like managing clients, managing their expectation.
yeah,
It is not as easy by any means. I'm also in a similar role, actually, Vinny. I work with product teams, say, new business team, and business intelligence team as well, because I have to tell them like this is how the marketing team wants the data. Uh, what do you think about the AI, Vinny? Like, do you like it, or is it scary that the pace it is growing, especially generative AI in the last 2 years is just booming? Do you know Google first time lost its market share for search since the time it has been around? In 2024, Google's market share for search dropped from 91% to 89% because of ChatGPT,
oh my
Claude,
God.
DeepSeek. Now DeepSeek is coming to picture, so yeah,
No, totally. I read the news and say, oh my God, it's the first time in the era like Google lost their number one position in the world because right now AI start to replace the work for Google
yeah,
between such as ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT every day. I bet everyone use ChatGPT too,
yeah,
and most of people I believe they have ChatGPT app on their phones. It's
yeah.
because
Now they have.
it's such a power tool to help us, searching like
A-
finding
And with the
different.
recent integration of search in the same platform, the integration of reasoning models, and even for free users, they have given so many capabilities. Like sometimes for my YouTube, I will be honest, I generate my thumbnail using ChatGPT. So yeah, it is very powerful.
It's really popular, and then also like a lot of like AI sees that trend, right? A lot of
Mhm.
AI apps start to, jump into the market too, such as Gemini. If you, I don't know if you use Gemini too, but I start to using that too.
Yeah.
But GPT is still my number one list to
Mhm.
use because it's so diverse and then so international, and they have free access, right? But
Yeah.
we pay for it, and then we also have free access, and then it's helped me like understand the market change strategies and then help me, um, work with the clients a lot.
Yeah.
It's become such a powerful resources. And I understand that it cannot replace Google, but
Yeah.
also using both for half our career, I think that's the best way.
At the same time, English is my second language. So sometimes I know my thoughts. I quickly put it in ChatGPT and it reframes it for me. Like, oh, this is the kind of words you should use. So much helpful for strategy, for just communication wise. It is a powerful tool. And so, do you work with different industry clients, or you have one set of clients like manufacturing or health? Like, and if you have multiple, which is your favorite industry to assist? Like, because I know the data is different for each industry. So,
So I enjoy work with industry that value creativities and innovation. I mean, such as, for example, food and beverage industry, like dinner club, right? I'm such a big foodie and
yeah,
also think surrounding people like grading on food and also creative that help me, bring my diversity, my impactful of marketing size, and then send a unique message to the audience that I want to work with, I want to talk and communicate with. Yeah, for me, working with an industry that allow me to bring my creativity side and innovation. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I actually know a lot of people in food and beverage industry, Vinny. So maybe I'll try to hook you up with some of my other marketers.
Thank you.
But it
And
is seriously very interesting. I actually love Total Wine Store. If that is my favorite go-to shop, like if I have to pick a beverage.
I know, even though like I love homemade food, but I'm a big foodie to explore new food.
Yeah,
I love like try different culture food with my friends every weekend. So
yeah.
people thought I'm a food reviewer because look at my story. Everything I post is food. I say, no, I just love eating.
And then what are some marketing strategies, according to you, which you find really powerful? I know you mentioned influencer marketing as an idea for Ying Fan. So similarly, what other marketing strategies do you think in the current landscape can, drive those results?
That's a great question because marketing is so broad.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I would say strategies. I feel like combine both organic and paid search in
yeah.
marketing. Yeah.
SEO, SEM, both are equally important. Yes.
And then also like right now, marketing is say transform to different forms such as like influencer marketing,
Yeah,
AI data marketing, and affiliate marketing. So right now everything has transformed to digital marketing, right? So
yeah.
I think everything, if we know a little bit and then we start to use it, it's really helpful. It depends on what goal you want to achieve so that, yeah, we can apply it
And I think
everything.
diversifying is very important. Like we are in such an interesting age that yes, you have to maybe use retail media, Google Ads, Meta, and then still print is also still relevant. Like maybe some owners need a reminder through that print flyers. So that is the interesting part about marketing. Like you can reach out to your customers in different ways.
In different ways, yes,
Yeah.
because audience is different. Yeah, many the demographic like different too, like you boomer, Gen X, Gen millennial, and
Yeah.
then right, we approach marketing is different ways. So we don't like. I noticed we don't like read newspaper or magazine often.
Yeah.
Okay, right? We use like reading E's new magazine or article on phone.
Blogs. Yeah.
So I think like marketing in reaching out to different audience in different way, that's
Yeah.
really helpful nowadays. We need to update it. Yeah.
And good thing is about, I don't know if you have noticed, but recently Google AI overview is started to give a lot of citation to different websites. So if you write good blogs, if you use good keywords, I think that's also a good opportunity to get cited by AI. And that is one of the ways to get organic traffic. Vinny, in this channel, we talk a lot about small businesses because that's really one of my goals with this channel. I see so many people try to start a small business and it takes a lot of effort to, do that. So what are some of the strategies that small business people can use with their limited budget? Because that budget is a constraint for them.
That's a great question because I actually like start up with my friends, like in a club.
Yeah,
And for my advice that we can use like Canva. If you're in the creativity side, you can use Canva or CapCut
I like
platform.
Canva.
Yes, because they have free access and everything is free access. So for people who haven't have like graphic design degree, they right now they are able to do everything on Canva and CapCut, right? And
And Canva
it's
is helpful for someone like me who is not creative. I get templates which I can just use.
right, and then you don't have to pay a lot for that those platform. So and then you don't have to have like hiring a web developer or hiring a graphic designer. You can do your own creative banner,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
absolutely.
I think start with small thing and then with free access like Canva or CapCut that may help the small business. And also let's stay curious and then updating and do small by one by one. AI is a tool to helpful as well.
Yeah.
So that's what my advice for small business.
And Vinny, what advice will you give to someone who wants to start their career in marketing?
Um, for me, it's my okay. Let me think about it. So staying curious, open to
Definitely.
learning. open to learning because marketing is changing every day. It's
Yes.
never stay the same. They never stay the same. It's evolving every day, every year, every month.
Yeah.
So being adaptable is a key.
Yes.
So you can build your own portfolio by collecting everything, gathering all your projects, even though it's draft, even though it's your personal project, or even though it's volunteer project.
Mm.
Start to documentary everything.
Yeah.
Then later on, it's maybe become, you can show people, this is how my work, this is your work, and this is
Absolutely.
right. And then you never know, it's maybe become your career in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we are seeing, Vinny, right now, with the job market is so bad, it is very difficult for people to get a start. And what you just said can actually help them land their first job. This is a very big issue for a lot of people trying to find their first job. Companies don't like to give chances to new person, but everyone starts with their first job. And things like being patient, being curious, and bringing all that documentation together, showcasing your work. That's, I think, very important. Vinny, I enjoyed so much talking to you today and learning about the different marketing things that you use. I want to invite you again sometime to our channel. Maybe we can deep dive into some specific case.
Yes, I'm definitely happy to join again, and thank you again for having me. Hopefully, my experience and my story, my sharing that helped everyone's a lot, especially
It was very inspiring, definitely. I think a lot of people will find value from the things that we talked about, especially you. Any closing thoughts that you have that you want to share about people, like related to marketing? Maybe trying to debunk some myths or trying to share some positive side.
I'm just saying like don't be afraid to try something new, even though like it may be against like do it, just don't think it. I'm the ones being like think about it, but I'm also a slack up person. I think like, oh, I can do it later on. But
Yeah.
you never know, like if you're being like waste your time, start doing it right now. Start to doing right now,
Yeah.
thinking but doing it. And eventually is gonna it's gonna give you like, you never know the opportunity is gonna come to you. So
Exactly. The chances you don't take, you're 100% not gonna get there. So
thank you. Have a great day and see you next time. Protect.
bye.
Bye.